Today we're going to look at a very interesting miracle that Jesus did at Bethsaida. It's got some important lessons for us.
They came to Bethsaida, and some people brought a blind man and begged Jesus to touch him. He took the blind man by the hand and led him outside the village. When he had spit on the man's eyes and put his hands on him, Jesus asked, "Do you see anything?" He looked up and said, "I see people. They look like trees walking around." Once more, Jesus put his hands on the man's eyes. Then his eyes were opened, his sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly. Jesus sent him home, saying, "Don't even go into the village."
It's interesting that Jesus gently led the blind man by the hand to a place outside the village. The crowd was in the village. Who knows what they thought of this man? Typically, people with disabilities were considered to be cursed by God and scorned. And so, out of respect for this poor man, Jesus brought him to a quieter place away from the crowds. It's a beautiful picture of the gentleness of our Lord. And again, we see the intimate nature of the healing that Jesus brings. As unhygienic as it may seem to us, Jesus spits on the man's eyes and puts his hands on him. Unlike other healings that Jesus performed, this man isn't instantly healed. For some reason, this man needed special care. And at first, his sight is only partial. He looks around and people look to him like blurry trees walking around. Jesus has to put his hands on him again before his eyesight is completely restored. And then Jesus sends him straight home, telling him to not even go into the village where others might see him. This man had been very wounded by the cruelty of life, and Jesus took very special care of him. We've all been wounded by sin, by life, and by other people. Sometimes we wonder why God doesn't work a miracle and heal our hearts immediately. By this miracle, Jesus demonstrates how he sometimes needs to heal our wounds gently and over time. We need to be patient and allow him to do his healing work in our hearts. What are the wounds that you've suffered in your life? Are you willing to let Jesus in to start your healing journey?